What's up guys, it's Punchy, and today we got a pretty large Deepwoken update with some nice touches to new content and stuff from last week. Honestly, it's been pretty crazy recently with the previous release of the Blade Harper Oath, and currently, Deepwoken's been dropping heat back to back to back. Anyway, as always, hop in game for yourself to try out all the changes and get that full experience. I'm excited to show you what's up with everything new, and let's get right into it. First, right off the bat, at the current Deepwoken homepage on Roblox, there's a new trailer for the game, and this is awesome. For this project, I wasn't involved, but I do think it's a cool way to show off content to new players who might check out the game. It's pretty sweet and a bonus that might attract a new community. And today, we also have a new mantra coming to Ironsing, which is really interesting and might be a combo starter. Introducing Iron Quills. As the name suggests, popping this mantra makes spikes come from the user to pierce targets nearby. This can be modified to be a larger size through leveling, and it also puts people into the air, which I think is cool. Honestly, it might be worth checking out, but that's about it for this mantra. Surprisingly, in this new update, we got something crazy coming to the Isle's Pyre Keeper. It's pretty controversial to say, but hearing from the community, a lot of people didn't like how this weapon looked and clearly how it played. Previously, here was the old Pyre Keeper model. Now, in this update, it's been changed completely, abandoning most of the neon particles and switching them into a giant, spiky, jagged greatsword with a dagger. Besides this, the weapon M1 trail has also been updated with a sleek, colorful swipe. Moving forward in gameplay, the Pyre Keeper also got some changes, and honestly, we'll have to see how this is with, balance. Anyway, the running critical no longer has that janky grab that flings people around. Now, the sprinting critical uppercuts targets into the air, and on a successful hit, it resets your critical cooldown entirely so we can combo into an instant aerial crit. Now, secondly, the crouching critical slams players into the floor, setting up a high damage stab, and honestly, this is cool. I wasn't expecting anything about the Pyre Keeper in this update, but it's pretty awesome. Also added in today's update, now with a massive improvement to a special Deepwoken shrine, we have the perfect solution to silly misclicks. The Shrine of Mastery found inside the Widow Hive cave has a new feature, and if you've ever messed up a build forever by putting 26 points into a stat that only needed 25, there's finally a solution. By heading over to the Shrine of Mastery, you can now reduce your stat by 1, a maximum of 3 times to fix your build if you made a mistake. Keep in mind that if you have any talents, equipment, or weapons equipped that do require your current stat number or higher, you cannot reduce them further. This feature is in place to prevent cheesing and obtaining impossible builds, but it is here to fix mistakes when you really just misclicked. With an even more important shrine buff, it's become easier to obtain and stack Yunshul wishes for bell rerolls or anything else at the statue. When running layer 2, you can now purchase multiple wishes or opportunities at Miserables with an increasing token cost each time. So, regardless of this price drawback, it's now possible to buy multiple wishes for Yunshul at the same time, making bell farming and build changing that much easier. And moving in game, building on top of the visual improvements added from last week, we also have a new boost to the Tab talent list from before. Previously, you could view your talents outside a campfire with pretty limited accessibility. Viewing talent names was basically the only thing that you could see. Anyway, in this update, it's been improved, granting the user access to many different visual tweaks. First of all, talent rarity is now shown for each card alongside a category separation, dividing talents based on what they belong to. This is all split up into raise, oath, power up, quest talents, and more, and they're all separated. Further upon this at the top, we can easily search for any talent we want to see with a helpful search at the top, and besides that, there's also a total talent counter right next to the search. Now, the final part of this visual improvement is that hovering over talents in the tab menu lets us see that talent description for the specific card. So far, I think it's very accessible and easy to use, and I love that it's optional. Moving forward, now in this update, we've got a small oath race synergy unlocking something specific for some of these special races. Previously in game, the Star Kindred Oath limited players with the current Angel Wing options. I mean, you could stick with the normal double wings or with just one, and you could also die the oath pretty freely. But now, in this update, 2 races have a very special interaction with the Star Kindred Oath. As shown, the Chrysid race Star Kindred wings have been fully replaced by Moth Elytra, basically moth or butterfly wings. These models look absolutely crazy with a ton of different colors depending on your Chrysid variant. There's also a lot of options for customization for the Chrysid race, and it's cool. Now, the Vesperian beetle race also got a very similar treatment with a hard shell and thinner, colorful wings. Overall, they have the same amount of options as the Chrysid, but I really enjoy the visual impact for each of these races, and you know, it's super cool for customization. Seriously, even if you don't play Star Kindred or use these races, there's hope for the future alongside other race cosmetics. Overall, this is super sick, and let me know your thoughts down below. Besides this, we've also seen a major change to armor enchants with a new Deepwoken feature called Enchant Grease. Essentially, these things are equivalent to enchant stones for armor, allowing you to see the specific buff you're applying to that armor piece. It's pretty streamlined and easy to use, letting you slap on any enchant to that equipment. Also, Claris down in the depths sells random enchant grease instead of enchanting your armor directly, so it's cool and worth checking out. Alongside this, supposedly, enchant stones now visually match the enchant that they represent, which I guess makes a lot more sense than being randomized like before. Also in this update, there's a new talent called Going Nowhere, which is a hybrid with 25 agility and 25 strength, and this says when enemies dodge your attacks, their momentum is killed and they're briefly prevented from sprinting, which honestly sounds like a better version of Showstopper, and I don't really know how this will go. And finally, that's it. As always, make sure to check out the weekly battle royale to win some games with your friends, and you might even see me. If you want to see even more exclusive update content just like this, make sure to like and subscribe so we can hit 100k subs. We're super close to hitting that goal, and there will be something special if we do reach it. Anyway, thanks again. It's punchin' time.